Welcome back. I'm just here quickly to introduce the next problem if you want to give it a shot. So it has to do with anagrams, writing a function called valid anagram that takes two strings and it returns true if the strings are anagrams of one another. Now there's many ways of solving this. Obviously some are better than others, but my idea or the goal here is for you to try and solve it using the frequency counter pattern or whatever you want to call it. This is a perfect use case where we have two strings, two items, and we want to compare the occurrence of characters in each one and see if they are the same. So not only if the letters are in there, but also if they're in there the correct number of times. The frequencies are correct. So for example, empty string, that should be true. That one's easy. AAZ and ZZA. So it's not a matter of just checking if they have the same characters, because this has an A, this has a Z, this has an A, this has a Z. It needs to be the same number as well. So this will be false. This is true. Anagram and nagaram. Rat and car, false, of course. I don't know why there's two falses. Sorry about that. And yeah, you can watch the rest of the examples or take a look at them. But basically, take one string, take another string, and see if they consist of the exact same characters in the same order, possibly, right? That should be true if we tried cat and cat, but most likely in a different order. And I recommend the goal is to use the frequency counter pattern. So create an object, or you could do it with two or just one object that is going to be that will represent the occurrence of each letter in one of the strings. So you'll have to have more than one loop. You'll need to create this object, and then you'll need to loop over the other string, whichever one you didn't use to construct that object, and compare it and sort of update the object with it. So I don't want to say too much. I'm going to give you a solution in a video that follows, but if you want to try it out, I have an exercise actually in the editor so you can test your code and see if it works. And then I'll be back with an actual solution walkthrough. Oh, and before I forget, you can assume all the inputs will be single words. So there won't be spaces, there won't be periods, any punctuation, there won't be numbers. You can also assume that they're all lowercase letters, and so you won't need to worry about, capital A and comparing that to a lowercase a. So everything is lowercase. If this were an interview setting, I would definitely encourage you to ask those questions. What about the edge cases? What about spaces? All that. But we're not. We're just focusing on lowercase words. Okay.